The next one that I got is a film called Intergalactic, and this one stood out to me because it is an animated film. I didn't know how it was going to be presented. I thought it might be a short, but when I pulled it up on Netflix, it was a full-length feature, and it's an interesting premise. An ambitious artist, Jabari, attempts to balance success and love after he moves into his dream Manhattan apartment and falls for his next-door neighbor. And this stars, it's all voice actors, which is pretty stacked. So we got Kid Cudi, we got Jessica Williams, used to be on The Daily Show, but she's also doing a lot of acting lately. Got Timothy Chalamet, Lori Harrier, you might remember as Liz from Spider-Man Homecoming, Peter Parker's interest before he got with MJ. We also got the rapper Ty Dolla $ign popping up in this. Someone named 070 Shake. That is a wild name. Plays Nadia. We got Jaden Smith. We got Vanessa Hudgens. Macaulay Culkin. Dang, I didn't know he was in here. Christopher Abbott also does a voice. I think Christopher Abbott was in that the film with. I'm blanking on names today, man. I need my vitamins. The film recently where the two guys were trying to suicide themselves.
Count of Three.
Yeah, on the Count of Three. Yeah, he was great in that. So he does a voice in this also. You also got Arturo Castro, Tiana Taylor, Keith David, Luis Guzman, and Francesca Rio. Like this voice cast is stacked, man. But one of the things that stood out to me is, it is a romantic comedy, and it gets a little messy because he has a girlfriend, but he's also falling for this woman who moved into the building with him. So they start something, and then it gets a little messy. And also because they're still not trying to define what's going on. I'm like, clearly you guys are in a relationship. You're not claiming each other. So, like, what's going on? Y'all guys gotta, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta figure this out.
This was considered entanglement.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. So that I think that's part of where the name but it's called Intergalactic, and I think that also speaks to the visuals of this, man. There's a lot of they're in New York City, so I think that's cool. You get an animated version of Manhattan, where these people are living, where they're moving around. There's a lot of apartment shots, but then there's a lot of him out in the streets, interacting with his buddies, going to work and stuff like that, which leads to some really trippy moments. Also, Kid Cudi music is being played as this throughout the film, which I think adds a certain dimension. It has like a really trippy quality to it that I think elevates it above just an average romantic comedy, and that it has a lot of humor too, man. I really praise it for that. But the thing that stands out to me most is that it's animated, man. Like, I think as long as animation has been around, as long as it's been done well, I know anime is big right now, and we get these breakout Disney films, but I still think the medium is underrated as a storytelling medium. Like, I've never seen anything done this way before, man. I know there are. We were talking earlier, romantic comedy anime films, but done in this style, it looks like the same people who made Spider-Verse worked on this, man. That's the drawing style, and it's exactly like that kind of animation style. It's not as fluid as that, but it doesn't need to be. There's not really a lot of action per se. It's mostly a lot of conversations, and like I said, it works great with what's going on the screen, as well as like the trippy moments and stuff like especially if you got one of these nice high def TVs like I do. This thing it's beautiful. It's just gorgeous to look at, man, and it's just interesting to see how they are using this medium to tell this story, man. They could have went straight up and just had, all right, this is the shot, this is the scene, but they're also mixing in, there's thought bubbles, there's dream-like sequences, man. As he's contemplating what's going on in his life, man, it's really well made, man. It surprised me, and I'm probably gonna watch this again, man. As I'm talking about it, and the images popping in my head, yeah, I think I could probably give this another watch this weekend, since we've only got Black Adam coming out in the theaters, and I'll probably just watch it again just to just to soak it in and catch even more stuff that I didn't catch the first time. And the voice talent is great. Like it's kind of interesting too, because one of the things that stands out is with the character design, a lot of the characters do look like the voice actors that are voicing the characters. So that's kind of interesting, especially Jessica Williams. Like, that's her. You know what I'm saying? You look at that character and the Kid Cudi, who's our main character, it's him. You know, they actually made his shoulders a little wider. You know, so it was really worth the time, man. It definitely surprised me, man, and I'm surprised more people aren't talking about it. You know, because especially people that I know, you know, love animated films, man. It definitely stood out to me.